Hello guys, welcome to the Innovation Lab. In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of DC to DC converters and why are they crucial to our modern electronics design. Alright guys, I am making this video because I've received this specific question about the usefulness of converters from our audience, from my friends, from even my kids. Have asked a question and they say, why do you make so much content on DC to DC converters? So I don't expect my kids to understand the explanation that I'm going to give in this video, but I trust that you guys, being technical, being electronics lovers and power electronics lovers, so I'm hoping that you guys will get to appreciate the explanations and some illustrations that we're going to show you guys in this video. Alright guys, so given my background and the exposure that I've had, the experience that I've had with power electronics, circuit designs, I can comfortably tell you guys that the modern electronics that we have today wouldn't have been possible without DC to DC converters. So ranging from your cell phones, your computer systems, your radio sets, TV sets, so pretty much a lot of the portable electronics and most electronic devices that we use today run off of DC power. So what this means overall is that in most modern electronics devices, so the power supply section of those devices or the power supply units to those devices are designed to be a little bit more versatile in providing the different voltage rails that is required to run that device. For example, in the case of a computer system, you will need a 12 volt supply or 12 volt rail. You will need a 5 volt rail, a 3.3 volt rail, sometimes a 1.2 volt rail, depending on how that device is designed. So what that means is that the power supply to these devices have to be able to take in an input voltage range or sometimes a fixed voltage level, and now using DC to DC converter circuits, be able to either step those voltages down or step them up. So guys, in a nutshell, the function of a DC to DC converter, which is also what makes them so powerful, what makes them so useful and versatile, is the ability of converters to take in an input voltage range, or in some cases a fixed voltage level, and be able to process that to a variable level that the board designer or system designer needs for that device that is being designed to function properly. So what I'm hoping to do in this video is to create a specific design scenario where you have a certain input voltage range or fixed voltage level that is available, but the designer, on the other hand, needs multiple voltage rails. So guys, this is always the case. This is not a theoretical scenario. This is always the case. So in this case, let's assume that the fixed voltage rail we have coming in is 12 volts. And for some reason, the designer requires, on the step down side of the designer requires 9 volts, 5 volts, 3.3 volt rail, and a 1.2 volt rail. Now on the high side, the designer also needs a 24 volt rail, or maybe we can start from 15 volts. We can go from 15 volt rail, 24 volt rail, and a 48 volt rail. So what I'm hoping to do is to put together an LT Spice demonstration, and we're going to pull in all those circuits, and we're going to use the model power supply that's going to be 12 volts, and I'm going to show you guys how these things work in real life. This is not theory, guys. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so I feel like I'm jumping a step here. So before we go into the actual simulation, let's not make the assumption that everybody knows all the types of converters out there. So first of all, we have boost converters. Boost converters take in a certain input voltage level and boost them up to a higher voltage level. Then we have buck converters. Buck converters take the same input voltage level and step them down to a lower output voltage level or levels. Then you have the buck boost, which is kind of a hybrid in between. So a buck boost DC to DC converter can do both. So you can do a step up or you can do a step down of whatever input voltage you're giving to it. There are many more topologies. So I'm just talking about the most common ones that is very easy for everybody to kind of understand. Alright guys, so to demonstrate to you guys the functionality of DC to DC converters on our circuit designs or system designs, what you guys can use them to do. So what I've done is to put together this simulation. Our design scenario, the same one we talked about earlier, is that we have a single input power supply, which is our 12 volt here, and we have multiple desired voltage rails that's going to feed into our design. So we have 1.2 volts, 3.3 volts, 5 volts, we have 9 volts. On the high side, we have 15 volts, 24 volts, and 48 volts. Alright, so what we're going to do next is to go ahead and run the simulation, and after that, we'll look at the multiple voltage rails that we have created between the high voltage section, which will be the boost converters down here, and the buck converters that will give us all the step down voltages that we're looking for, from 1.2 volts to about 9 volts, and the boost converters down here will give us the stepped up voltage rails that we need to implement the design. Alright guys, let's check it out. Alright guys, as you guys can see, the simulation is complete, and the first blue plot that we have here is the input voltage, which is the V in that we have up here. So, and that is the 12 volt input. So all the plots that we have below this line will be the buck converters. So the first one we have there is a 9 volt buck converter, so that went from 12 volt to 9 volt. And the second one we have there will be the 5 volt plot, which is another buck converter that stepped down the 12 volt level to 5 volts, and we have the 3.3, and finally we have the 1.2. So now above the 12 volt input line, we now have the boost converters. So the first one will be the 15 volt boost converter. It's not quite exactly a 15 volt, but that's okay. This is just for illustration. And the second one will be the 24 volt boost converter, and the last one will be the 48 volt boost converter. Again, this is just for illustration. So this goes to show you guys that this is the unique function or feature that DC to DC converters, be it a boost converter or a buck converter, how they have actually made the electronics, modern electronics designs possible by being able to provide this level of voltage rail versatility. Alright guys, to replicate what we have simulated in a real life system design condition where you have the 12 volt coming in and you have multiple DC to DC converters to give you the different voltage rails you have. So let's look at what we have here. The only thing I would say is that I only have 3 DMMs, as you guys can see here, and the scope to observe one of the voltage rails. So we're not going to be able to show you guys all the voltage rails that we talked about in the simulation. So here we have our 12 volt input coming into the power monitor, and we are essentially using it to drive all these DC to DC converters. So as you guys can see here, the first converter can actually go up to 120 volts DC. But just to mirror what we've done for the simulation, we tuned the output to 48 volts. And the second boost converter here can actually go up to 95 volts, but we tuned it up to 24 volts. So these two down here are our buck converters. And this guy here is tuned to an output voltage of 9 volts, as you can see. So we're seeing approximately 9 volts. And the second converter here is tuned for an output voltage of 1.2 volts, just to show how low we can go. And you can kind of see this as we look at the scope here that we're measuring an RMS of 1.32 volts, which is very close to 1.2 volts. Alright guys, so the goal here is to show you guys the different converter types, the different sizes, power rating, output voltage ratings, boost converters, buck converters, and how you can kind of integrate them into your design or system design depending on the voltage levels that you have coming in and what you desire at the output, and also what kind of load that you want those converters to be driving. For example, this converter here is something you can use to provide power to a control board. Meanwhile, this guy here is something you can use in the same system to drive a high load, and you can use this guy as well for such a purpose or at a higher voltage. Alright guys, other than the circuit design versatility that I just talked about, There are many more things that you can do with DC to DC converters. The question actually is, what can you not do with DC to DC converters? And I believe that we have really made a lot of content on our channel to kind of illustrate that for you guys. For those of us who like to build our DIY battery systems, say you end up with a 15 volt battery or a 16.5 volt battery, for example, and you go out there, there is no 16.5 volt fixed voltage battery charger that you can find. So having a system like this helps you to be able to tune that output voltage to what you need to charge that battery system, and also to be able to adjust the charging current to what you need to charge that battery. And I can kind of show you guys an illustration with this guy here. So you have your input power coming in here. It could be a 12 volt system, but what you need to charge your DIY custom built battery system is 18 volts, for example. So you go ahead and adjust the output voltage to 18 volts because that's what you need. And you need a charging current of 5 amps, 10 amps, 15 amps. So you connect that battery and you adjust the charging current, dial it down to what you need. So that makes these converters very versatile. And this is just one application. So we also have DC to DC buck converters like these guys here. So this guy, I believe, can take in up to about 36 volts, and they can deliver a variable output voltage range that can go all the way down to about 1.2 volts. So you can use it for battery charging. You can use it to drive your LEDs if the output is clean enough and it works for you. Yeah, so you can do a whole bunch of things with these converters. Alright guys, so that's it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys got some good information out of it. So my plan is to be making more videos like this, maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, to kind of talk about different topics. And I'm going to be making more videos to illustrate the applications of DC to DC converters. And I'm going to make a playlist for it for you guys. So when you visit our channel, you can kind of go see all the application videos that talks to what you can do with DC to DC converters. And as I was saying earlier, I really believe that without DC to DC converters, our modern day electronics as we know them would not have existed, because the circuit designers need to be able to be versatile in all the different voltage rails that they need to accomplish their functions. And it also goes beyond just circuit design. So if you're designing a system or even doing simple applications like charging a battery or driving a high power LED system or driving your brushless DC motor, overall the applications of DC to DC converters is kind of limitless, guys. So when you visit our channel, don't just focus on the concept of DC to DC converters. So overall, I want you guys to kind of expand your mind and think of, how can I apply this affordable DC to DC converter concept to be able to power all the DIY projects or designs that you're working on? All right, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share our videos and give us a like. All of that helps us with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps our channel keep growing and reaching more people. All right, my friends, thanks again for watching. We appreciate all your support, and I will see you guys in the next video.